So thank you very much for coming, telling us about Guyana, please.
Thank you very much for your kind introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here representing the High Commission of Guyana in Canada. His Excellency Key George, who is the High Commissioner, Guyana's High Commissioner to Canada, sends his greetings and his warm regards, and he hopes for a very successful World Multicultural Festival 2024. This will be the second year that Guyana will be participating in the World Multicultural Festival. Last year, we did a performance. It was entitled, Guyana is a Nice Place. This year, we are telling you who we are as a people. And I crave your indulgence as we share with our history and our culture with you. I must say that it was a privilege for me to meet Miss Gypsy Gosh 2 years ago, and we have been friends since then. She is from India, as you know, and during our conversations, she was sharing a bit of our culture with me. And I was like, yes, Miss Gypsy, I know about Diwali, I know about Pagwa. She was like, really? I said, yes. I said, because Guyana, we are a land of 6 people. And she was multicultural, she was amazed, and she was excited, and I was happy to share with her. So please, I will introduce you.
We are happy to have you. She's a wonderful woman, a very good friend, wonderful lady I've seen in Canada. Actually, I love her so much. Thank you so much for joining us, for supporting us, for promoting us, and you will always be a part of the festival.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I will invite Miss Kimberly Lovell, who will be the narrator for the first part of our presentation, and then we will close our presentation with a unity dance. Because I feel that given what's going on in the world today, all need to come together, regardless of our cultural background or religious background. And so that is why we're going to close our performance with a dance of unity. So Kim,
the stage is yours.
Check, check, check. Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing? Yes, are you enjoying all of this culture and diversity and the world and all this other good juiciness? Yeah, me too. All right, my name is Kimmy and I'll be narrating this portion for everybody. So, this is Guyana, who we are. GT Master, there we go. I'd like to first to the stage, I'd like to discuss Celeste, who will be modeling the wear of Amerindians in our culture. So, the Amerindians were the first people of Guyana. They were the indigenous people of Guyana. They arrived in Guyana after traveling from Mongolia in Asia and crossing the Bering Strait ice bridge to reach the North, Central, and South America and the Caribbean. Yes, girl, watch out, Celeste. During the ice age, they left Asia to follow their animals and cattle as they moved from one feeding ground to another. You know, us Guyanese people love to eat food, so we've been chasing food even from back in the day. The name Guyana is an Amerindian/indigenous word meaning land of many waters. Mashramani is an American indigenous word as well. It is a festival of celebration, meaning celebration after hard cooperative work. Guyana's national dish is pepper pot. I don't know if y'all ever tasted it, but it is absolutely delicious, and we love to eat it around Christmas time. And it's black, saucy, and just like me. You can soak me up with bread as well. Other contributions to Guyana society include food, like cassava bread, tasso, drinks like piwari and kisari, craft like nibi furniture, tipasiri mats and baskets, dance like mari mari, traditional clothing such as this, including feathered headwear, headdress, hand-spun tipisiri, beaded cotton clothing, and named rivers and waterfalls, in particular, the Kaicher Falls, which is the world's largest single drop waterfall at 226 meters and a whole bunch of different feet high. It is 4 times higher than the Niagara Falls, y'all, all the way in Guyana. Give it up for Miss Celeste. Work it, girl. You did beautifully. I knew you would. Representing the Amerindian culture. Next up, we've got Mama Bear Cindy. Cindy will be representing the Europeans. Cindy, yes, gal. Cindy on her way to tea party. That's why she has her pearls. Waved it up. Queen Elizabeth has arrived, but now she new name Queen Cindy. So the Europeans were the second group of people who came to Guyana. The 4 groups, namely, are the Dutch from the Netherlands, the Spanish from Spain, the French from France, and the English from England. Right? Watch how she's doing it. Wanna Cindy saucy. The Europeans came in search of the golden city of El Dorado and in search of new lands. But for today's performance, we will focus on the English, since Guyana was a former colony of Great Britain and was known then as British Guyana. On the 26th of May, 1966, British Guyana gained its independence, changing its names to Guyana, as it is known today. Big up GT Massive! Oh, there's more here. So, contributions to Guyana's society include, first and foremost, the language. The Europeans brought the language, as Guyana is the only country in South America where English is the official language. Did y'all know that? You never know. You knew it? Yeah, I know too. I know now. This is where our common history with the islands in the English-speaking Caribbean, all former colonies of Great Britain, was forged. Guyana is one of the 4 founding members of the Caribbean community, CARICOM, alongside Barbados, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago. Other contributions from the English include food like pastries, pies, and puddings, clothing, suit, tie, apron, pearls, fabulousness, yes, named places and districts, building of the first churches, and the first church was Roman Catholic, and crafts like pottery, vases, and mugs. Everyone, give it up for Miss Cindy, representing the Europeans. Looking very English indeed. Next up, I would like you guys to welcome to the stage the beautiful Miss Shanice, and she will be modeling for the Africans. Yes, gal, one. Check the fit. Always looking divine. The Africans were the 3rd group of people who came to Guyana from off the coast of West Africa between 1400 and 1860, mostly from Cameroon, Togo, Mali, and Gambia. Yes, you are serving Gambia. The Africans came to Guyana as slaves to work on the sugar plantations. The enslaved Africans were emancipated in 1838, and Emancipation Day is celebrated in Guyana on the 1st of August every year. So if you guys want to come and party with me, you know where to find me. In recognition and celebration of the freedom of the African people, their courage and sacrifices to fight for their freedom. The contributions the Africans gave to Guyana's society include food like cocoa rice, which is delicious, yam and plantain, and fufu. Clothing such as dashikis, wraps, and head ties. Jewelry included beading chains and arm and leg bands. Musical instruments like the drums and the maracas, and festivals and masquerades. Some of the crafts brought from the Africans were woven mats, baskets, clay pots, and jars, and carvings and sculptures. Emancipation paved the way for the arrival of other ethnic groups who were brought to Guyana as indentured immigrants from India, China, Madeira, which is Portugal, to replace the African labor force on the sugar plantations. The period of indentureship lasted for 5 years. You guys give it up for this beautiful model, Shanice, showing them the African influence in Guyana. Yes, take a bow. Next up, we will be showcasing the Portuguese. Oh yes, Gabriela is here. Yes, girl, show them. So the Portuguese were the 4th group of people to arrive in Guyana. They came from Madeira, Portugal, and the first batch arrived on the 3rd of May, 1838, also marking the first group of indentured immigrants to arrive. Following the end of the indentureship period, the Portuguese opened businesses like grocery stores in Guyana and also engaged in small-scale trading. Contributions to Guyana include garlic pork, beef stew, pancakes, red bean soup, clothing such as the scarf that this beautiful Gabriela is wearing and shawl that is influenced by the Portuguese, blouses, black hats, vests, trousers, and more. Musical instruments such as rajas, brags, small Portuguese guitars, and businesses such as banks and various banks. Give it up for Miss Gabriela. You guys are looking so gorgeous up there. Next up, we have the beautiful Miss Samantha, and she is modeling the influence of the East Indians. Look at those colors, yes! The East Indians were the 5th group of people and the 2nd batch of indentured immigrants to arrive in Guyana. They arrived on the 5th of May, 1838. They came from India, districts of Chota, Nagpur, Burdwan, and Bankura, which were close to Calcutta. They were called East Indians because, according to our history books, they came from the eastern side of the world. Right? That makes sense. Oh, hold on. We've got a little intermission here. One moment, please.
I want to say that I'm from Calcutta. I'm from East India. I'm a Bengali from Calcutta. That's what I wanted to say.
Oh, look how beautiful they are, right? Thank you for sharing that. And contributions also from East India include dal and rice. You know about dal? Every day, and you look so good. All right, I gotta take a trip, bro. What else is there? Roti and curry. Oh, that too. I know, I saw a plate back there. I'm gonna have to get some, slurp it up. Dal puri, which is one of my favorites, and sweet meats. Some clothing influences include saris, shalwars, kurtas, etc. Festivals including Diwali is celebrated, Padwa, and Holi. Jewelry includes bracelets, bangles, and brooches. The musical influences are mandolins, tassa, sitars, and dances such as Katha and Nagara. Give it up for the beautiful Miss Samantha. And you too. I love the culture. Okay, next up, we've got the beautiful, who I also produced, Miss Desiree, representing the Chinese influence. Yeah! The Chinese were the 5th ethnic group of people to arrive in Guyana. The first batch of Chinese immigrants came to Guyana on the 12th of January, 1853 to work on the sugar plantations. The contributions of the Chinese to the Guyanese society include food like fried rice, wonton soup, chow mein, and sweet and sour relishes. Clothing included tunics and sarongs. Some of the musical instruments influenced by the Chinese were the cymbals, and they also influenced many dances like the dragon dance. And they specialize in crafts such as embroidery. I'd like to welcome all of the models up here for one more round. Look at how gorgeous they are. Give it up, give it up. In conclusion, while we are all descendants and a people of many ethnicities, given our history, we are one people, one nation, one destiny, and one Guyana. With that being said, please stand and join us as we dance in unity, as we dance for peace and harmony and for a better, brighter, and promising tomorrow. DJ, please run the tape.
So much water, rain, and destruction to this time. But all the youths them come to turn that town. Yeah, because of them, everybody's